Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video on my channel. So we got Colm here. I call him my little man, but although he's small in size, he's only 14 hands. He is not really little, he's chunky. He's a bit of a chunky monkey, and he's a cheeky monkey. Wherever you tie him up, he finds something to fiddle with. Don't you, mate? So here we are. I'm going to try and get that in shot. That's so funny. He's such a funny boy. He just cannot stand without fiddling. He has to fiddle. Anyway, so I'm just going to get on and give him a brush.
I'm not afraid, so I would fail, but I'm not giving up, I'm not gonna give up right now. Well, I lay to the storm, and I leave no regret. I do what I can do, not what I can't do. So let me dance in the storm.
You get me doing a voiceover because it was so windy, and you don't want all that wind noise. When I was editing, I was like, oh, yuck, don't want that. So here I am donning the helmet, and I also put gloves on when I'm riding. I like to protect my head and protect my hands just in case they decide to zip off and pull the rope through your hands. You don't want rope burn, or if they decide to kick up their heels and get a bit frisky, you don't want to kick to the head either without any protection. So here we are, just setting off. Let him have a sniff around, just get myself organised. So I did do a fair bit of walk, but I just cut that out and we'll just pop on straight into trot. And we do some pole work with Colm just to get him lifting his legs up and moving forward. I also do a lot of transitions, a lot of walk to trot, trot to walk, walk to trot, trot to walk. Yeah, that's right. And a lot of canter, canter to trot, just to get him moving forward and keep his brain active, because it can get a bit boring just going round and round in circles. When I first brought him back into work, it was a real struggle to get him up into canter. So I'm really pleased now. He's quite happy to pop up into canter, as you can see here. And he's moving a bit freer than he was in the past. So yeah, back to trot. And then we ask for canter again, I think, in a minute. I don't know, maybe we're going to come around and do the poles. So again, just coming from canter, then back to poles. So, you know, that just keeps their mind active. So I'm encouraging him there with a whip. I try and, you know, I don't want to whack him. Oh, here we go, crazy moment. That's where he would have pulled the rope through my hands. If I didn't have gloves on, that would have hurt. So yeah, I do encourage him with the whip. It's just a bit of a more energy. I also walk with a shorter lunge rein so that I'm walking with him. I feel that he picks up on my energy as I'm moving. So if I take bigger strides, that encourages him to move forward more. Also, when I want him in a downward transition, I turn towards his rump. And when I want him in an upward transition, as you can see here, I'm stepping forward with him. And there I just did a little hop-de-hop just to encourage the canter there. And he does pick up on my energy. They're both pretty intuitive like that. So a bit more pole work there. So I try and do about 20 minutes about 20 minutes with Colm. We're just building it up. So he's doing quite well now. There he does his little joggy jog. But he stretches down nicely. Well, that's Colm all lunged. He was actually not too bad. Yeah, so now I shall give him a carrot because I think he deserves it. Carrot, buddy? Yeah. He's always up for a carrot. I'm always up for a treat. Okay, here we are. We've got Miss Belly Boop in now. Just having a drink. Colm can be quite exhausting. He really needs a lot of energy, and I have to really encourage him all the time. Anyway, thirsty work. So now we will tack up Miss Belly Bell. She's not looking too impressed. I think she thought she was going to get away with today. Have a day off. But we didn't have a competition this weekend. And they went into the grassy paddock yesterday, so they had well, I did work them in the morning, but then they had a whole day out on the grass, so hence we have Miss Fat Belly Bella again. So it's a continual work in progress with her, trying to get that weight off. I don't know if we'll ever lose the really big belly. I think it's, I don't know, like some people, it's just kind of part of your makeup. Oh, you don't want to brush, girl. Oh no, Andrew's out there on the tractor, so she's having a squeeze out the door at him. It's me again, doing the voiceover. So I did quite a bit of walking to warm up, and then we jump up into trot, and transition wasn't too bad. The pole came up a little bit, but here you can see she's softening quite nicely. And I think in this session, I'm not sure if I include, oh yeah, here we go, walk, and then I ask her to trot again. So with Bella, I'm trying to, again, do lots of transitions from walk up into trot and trot down to walk, just to get her listening to my leg and get her in front of my leg, because she can tend to lag a bit behind. So just getting a bit more energy. I was really happy in that she's more consistently round now, and moving up into my hands, which is nice. Here at the trot, we're getting some really nice trot work now. Of course, keeping in mind we're on the right rein here, which is our favourite, our preferred. And you can see I'm working still in my makeshift temporary space, which I've worn a good track, and the ground's getting quite hard now. So Andrew is working really hard to get my arena finished, and that's why he's on the tractor. And you can see him every now and again. I think you get a little glimpse of him out there raking all the sand, getting it ready for me to be able to ride in there, which will be lovely when that happens. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, we get some really nice trot work here. It was actually hard to edit this because there was lots of nice moments that I wanted to include, and it's more for my, I suppose for my video library, to have everything stored here and to be able to look back on this in time to come. So here we pop up into canter on the right lead, and she picks up the right leg really easily, but there is tension there, as you can see. So that is still a bit of an issue, because if we canter like that in a dressage test, it's going to be, above bit, tension, resisting, all of those sort of lovely things. Whereas here we get this lovely trot. But I do keep in mind that it wasn't all that long ago that was a better transition. It wasn't all that long ago that we had resisting and tension at the trot. So eventually the canter will get better. And we do have moments around that corner she struggles a bit. And then up through here, we get a little bit softer. Yeah, there we go, a little bit freer. Really nice. So we have little nice moments that I hang on to, and that was a lovely downward transition into trot. And here she softens, which is nice. We get a bit of round. Really lovely. Yeah, very nice. Nice trot there. Very nice trot. And then downward transition to walk, and then I push her straight on up into trot. A bit of a resistance, and I think that was all we did on the right rein, so a bit of a pat, and then she had a nice long rein walk, but I cut some of that out, so here we just start off on our little long rein walk, just to give her a little break. She loves her stretchy walk, so just collecting her up now, so we get a nice collected and then up into trot. Not too bad a transition. Saved it, brought the pole back down a bit. And here we are on the left rein. So here I'm working really hard to try and keep that elbow, but you can see that elbow out, and we ask for canter and get the wrong leg. Keeping in mind I had done a fair bit of trot work. I cut all of that out though, because I can't include everything. But here I can see that left elbow is out and it's bracing. I'm not holding my core strong enough. I'm not sitting up tall enough. And here I sit, ask and get wrong leg. So again, trying to relax that shoulder, trying to relax that elbow, and wrong leg. But you can see the right rein is quite baggy, so she's got no stability there on the right, and then I lose her shoulder out to the right there on that corner. So here I try and bring her back to a softer trot and ask again. No, she's not happy. And I'm just leaning too much. That whole right side is just way too weak, and there you go. Look at me crunching forward there. Yeah, it's not good. Look at that position. And I know I'm being critical, but that's how we learn. I feel that's how we learn, is watching these sort of videos back and analysing our position, what we're doing, and how I can help her to be her best self. Here you can see that left hand is locked. And try and get a softer trot. So then I head off onto the right rein, thinking, okay, we'll make this a bit easier for you. Let's pick up canter on the right lead because you are happier to do that, although there's more tension there again. But just to get her moving forward at the canter. And she goes around quite nicely. Softens there, back to trot, and then I change the rein back to the left. And we got the correct lead. So I think putting her back on the right rein helped, and also I was a lot more mindful of my body position. You can see here I'm a bit stronger in my core, so my back, I'm not quite as hunched over. So that's better. And I just sort of took her out of the arena area and just let her canter freely around wherever she wanted to go, really. And there I lose her all out the right side because I've got there's no support. So I bring her back, get a bit of softness. And then silly me, I should have left it where it was, but no, of course, I've got to push and try and get it again. This is where I need to stop. So here I've gone long rein, let her have her head, let her relax. Come up through her back. And we picked up that left lead again, which was lovely. So I'll tell her she's a good girl, which I think I left that bit in. And I've just let her have her head nice and relaxed. There's no tension. But look at that left hand, pulling her around. And I should be bringing her round, but then I did take her off on the right to try and give her a bit of relief there. But I should have been using my left leg, right leg, right hand to push her around the circle there. So then I just give her a nice stretchy trot and a walk.
Okay. Enough food?
Yeah.
You're a good girl, Bella. Look at you.
So Andrew just pulled the tractor in. She's such a good girl. She doesn't worry about anything. She just takes it all in, don't you, Belle? Such a cruisy girl. So that was a pretty good workout. We probably did about we tend to do about 40 minutes. I always say, we'll just do a quick one, but anyway, sometimes we have a few arguments that you've got to kind of iron out. But by the end there, I could feel her really flagging and getting tired, so I called it quits after we did that last canter on the left rein, and she actually ended up getting that pretty good. I was determined to sit with my hands together so that this left one didn't go all wayward and wooden, and sit up tall and what do you think? I haven't got anything. And yeah, sit up tall and try not to change my position too much, because I think when I'm asking for the canter on the left, I just overthink it too much. What's on there? And then I tend to then lean to the left, and this, of course, his hand goes, you know, crazy. And therefore, and I'm not giving her enough stability on the right, so then she's sort of drifting out, which makes me want to go left more because I don't want her to go that way, where I need to be hands together and just turn my body and keep my position upright and sit upright, because she's almost like trying to catch me as I'm leaning. So anyway, after a few attempts, and I would have included them because I want to include warts and all, because you guys are all on this journey with me, because until we can get this canter right, we can't step up that next level into prelim, which I do really want to do. So anyway, so here I am. I stand still while I'm talking all the time, don't I? You'd think being a hairdresser I could do 3 things at once. I do at work, just tie you up there. Well, not that you're going anywhere. So yeah, it's all just a continual, more and more we do, you know, and I'm mindful that it's tiring, that, I'll just move you guys back a bit, that she's still building the muscle, and it is getting better and better, and she's finding it easier to hold the frame. She's softening a lot more. We're getting a lot more moments of softening, and yeah, I've got the tractor in the way now, so I don't know really where to put you guys. There we go, that's better. And yeah, so when we get into those little scrappy moments, I've got to remember to stop. Think about what I'm doing. What are you doing with your position, Maria? What signals are you giving her? Are you correct? Generally, I'm not. So, you know, it's not all them, it's quite often us. Just not giving that right signal to, you know, and they're so clever. They pick up, you know, they pick up on it. So if we're not being consistent and in asking, then they're like, well, what do you want me? I don't understand what you want me to do. So me leaning like that and pulling on that rein, I'm blocking that inside shoulder, which is the one I want her to bring that leg through. And of course the whole outside is just doing whatever it wants to do. It's not coming up underneath. So hello, sit up tall, keep your hands together. Yes, I know. And then it worked, didn't it, Belly? Then you understood what I wanted. Yes, you did. So I'm sorry, darling. We're both learning, aren't we? It's forever learning. But we'll get there in the end. Anyway, blabbing on. Stop working again, haven't I? Anyway, I'll wrap it up there. I'm going to unsaddle her, give her a treat, which that's what she's looking for, and she deserves. Oh, big yawns. And yeah, so until you tune in again, thank you for tuning in as well. And you know, if you make it to the end of my vlogs, I'm so appreciative if you watch the whole thing. So give me a thumbs up if you can, just to, you know, let me know that you guys are enjoying it. I'm enjoying creating the content. I'm enjoying sharing the ponies with you and my farm life. And yeah, so until you tune in again, I hope you stay safe, stay well, and remember to enjoy the little moments in life. Bye for now.